will be, I'm just going to briefly tell you about one optional tab that you may or may not want to play with. The fact is we have so much potential for exploring with just what I've shown you that the effects, which is the tab that I wanted to visit now, something that you have at your disposal, but that you may or may not want to use for your explorations and then for your photo montage. So the effects are basically effects, filters that you can apply to the various pictures that compose your photo montage to change them in some way, and you may be familiar with them from other applications. So it's really just a matter of exploring. So let's see what happens if we click on the grayscale filter. One of the deer becomes gray, black and white, undo it. Or what happens if I go to the blueprint for my landscape? So you can get some pretty interesting effects with it. What happens if I go to color splash for this one deer? Interesting. It's almost just like a black and white effect. What if I go to, there's some more over here. What if I go to color rotate for this hand? Interesting, just really changes the color, and I guess there's some settings here I could play with. I'll undo that one. I think the one I've liked the most so far is highlights the black and white, the grayscale for the deer. That was pretty cool. So I'll keep that one. There are actually 3 effects in this program that I am going to forbid, and just for the reason that they do, the effects that they bring into the picture are a little bit too specific, and I think they shut away your creativity. They close options rather than opening them up, just because they're almost template-like. One is the pop art option. One is the heartbroken option. I'm applying this one. So let me see where they are. The heartbroken one, which just puts a bunch of hearts there. It's a little bit too cliched. It's very pre-formatted. So that's one that we're not going to be using. The heartify one. Oops, I need to click on the image that I want to heartify first, which does more or less the same thing. So we're not going to be using those hearts. And then finally, the one called pop art. Where is it? Here. You know, which is fun, but it basically does all the work for you. So I'm basically having you not use those. You might, of course, want to really use them for other work that you do, and you can do fun things with them. But for the purposes of our explorations and our photo montaging class, those are the 3 effects that I will encourage you not to use: the pop art, the heartbroken, and the heartify effect.